like fear to flame. It is time to proceed to the next stage of your plan. With the tank's transportation thus arranged, our first task is complete. We may now turn our attention to the second. To wit, obtaining the blessing of the Ilzabar contingent to use the Tower of Babil to channel energy onto the moon. Our destination is Camp Broken Glass, where we may present our petition to Commander Lucia. Okay. I'm pretty sure she'll say yes, regardless. Hey, there's the gang. You are, as ever, welcome, Nemu. I do not believe I have met all of your comrades. Yeah, Zero is new. Per Y'shtola's advice, I have changed into clothing more suited to these surrounds, the better to blend in. I hope this will suffice. Glad am I to hear that Garlemald's restoration proceedeth apace, and the people no longer want for warmth. Be that as it may, there is no substitute for appropriate garments in such frigid climes, as I can personally attest. Oh, so the Garlemald restoration it's like happening, but I guess, are we not involved? Oh, if so, it's a little sad. I wanted to help out. Nemu, allow me to personally thank you for your assistance during the recent Voidsent incursions. Your actions saved many. Yes! I'm so glad they remembered the role quest stuff I did. What brings you here today? Pray forgive us for not sending word in advance, Commander, but we seek your cooperation in a matter of great import. Indeed. We appreciate you consulting with us instead of taking a unilateral action. 'Tis no simple matter to activate the Tower of Babil, and I speak not only of the technological challenges. Personally, I think we must consider the emotional impact of such an action above all else. Though we have yet to re-establish a governing body, we provisionally refer to those who remain here as the Garlean community. As you would expect, they are predominantly native Garleans, most of whom are uncomfortable with the ethereal manipulation. Oh, that makes sense. To compound matters, the trauma inflicted by anima is still fresh. If the tower were to suddenly light up again, it is like to cause distress and reopen old wounds. Yeah, for sure. Better that than facing a mass invasion by Golbez and his Voidsent hordes, surely. Of course. We acknowledge the gravity of the situation, as well as the promised bloodshed should we fail to act. Yet, even were we to convey your warning to the public, many simply do not understand the workings of magic or the rift. They will struggle to comprehend why they must be forced to relive personal horrors for the sake of something they cannot imagine. What's there to imagine? Haven't these people seen Voidsent with their own eyes? Let us suppose you encounter someone who is freezing in the cold. A natural thing to do might be to make them a fire, yes? But what if a person's sole experience with fire was being badly burned by it, and they harbored an acute fear? Despite the benefits, nay, the necessity, of the warmth you offer, they may flee on instinct. Or worse, misinterpret your actions for aggression and lash out. So like the fire that torments this individual, the Tower of Babil torments the people of Garlemald. Yet we cannot afford to falter here. We must find a way to help them overcome their fear. I agree. To that end, the contingent will assist however we can. We should speak with Alphino and Alize. With the rapport they have established with the Garlean people, I dare say they can provide us with valuable insights. In the meantime, Urianger, might I ask you to remain here to oversee the technical aspects of the tower's activation? Getting to work. I will relay the particulars of your endeavor to members of the contingent. Rest assured, we will do our best to assist you. If truth be told, had you approached us with your petition earlier, we are like to have declined it. Declined it? Oh, okay. The situation was simply too precarious. But the people have begun to pull themselves up, and I dare to hope they will lend an ear to your words. I hope so. Full faith have I that you will win over the Garlean populace. In the meantime, I shall see to it that all is in readiness with the tower. Euless! He's here too! Yay! I've taken the liberty of explaining our objective. I knew you wouldn't be able to stay away! To dread fire even when one is freezing. To become a prisoner of one's fear. 'Tis a fate to which void sent too can succumb, aye. Of all the things. I'm sorry. It's probably a bad idea, but we need to do it. I'm glad to see you, Nemu. Vritra has explained our present dilemma. 'Tis no unfounded concern that the Garleans might take poorly to the reactivation of the Tower of Babil. That's putting it mildly. Many would be up in arms over it. Trust in the Ilzabar contingent is fragile enough. We need to tread lightly, or we risk jeopardizing everything we've achieved. Trust again. Well, it seems to me there's naught for it but to speak with the people. Rather than harping on about the necessity of the plan, we need to lend an ear to their concerns. Then, perhaps we can bring working towards a compromise. In that case, I'll take you to meet the community leaders. They're at a station called Senatus, near the Cenaculum Imperialis. Okay. I would be honored to speak with them, though it would be prudent to learn where people elsewhere stand as well. But that I will leave to the others, save Zero. Might you accompany me? I'm sure those in Tapper's Den will have their own opinions. Alphino, if I may drag you along? Tertium, we leave to you. You are no stranger to the people here, so it should take a little prodding to convince them to speak freely. Oh god. Then it's settled. Once you learned what you can, let's all meet in Forum Solius, where we'll have what I hope is a productive discussion. Okay. Oh boy. Where do we go from here? Serious lad. No! Stop it! The tower is evil! It'll turn us all evil! I don't want to hear it! Leave me alone! Oh, fuck. No! Fie. That tower isn't right, I tell you. All those magics. Years ago, when I lived in the provinces, the locals razed our village to the ground with the stuff. Made things appear and disappear and fly and burn. Can still see it when I close my eyes. You've done us a good turn, dear, but let's not talk about that tower any longer. It's unnatural. Damn. I get their concerns, really. Activate the Tower of Babil? Are you out of your mind? That abomination transformed my friends and family into monsters. I can't even bear to look at it whenever I step outside. If you want to do something for us, tear the bloody thing down. Damn. The Tower of Babil? But what's it got to do with the Void Sin? I can't say I understand. Still, you have done much and more for us Garleans. If you say it's necessary, then it's good enough for me. At least we got someone. Whatever its present state, the Imperial Palace was once the pride of Garlemald. I mean no disrespect to you and yours, but shouldn't the Garlean people be its caretakers instead of foreigners? Though if we dared speak thus to some of the contingent, they might make assumptions. Cut our rations, or worse. No, forget I said anything. Please. No, come on, lady. It'll be fine. Don't worry. It's only just one person was able to be convinced that it's necessary. But it's not enough. Ulysses is on his way with the others. I hope you found the people more receptive than we did. Oh shit. Nemu, may I present to you Lords Gnaeus and Metius, magistrates of our political council. They have been spearheading the efforts to re-establish a new system of government here. When we raised the subject of the Tower of Babil, they insisted that we speak no further until joined by representatives of the Ilzabar contingent. I see Alphino and Alize have yet to arrive, though, so perhaps we should wait. It doesn't matter if only some of you are present. We simply wish to make one thing perfectly clear. The tower is the manifestation of the Garlean ingenuity and authority. It was once the abode of the imperial family, and it will forever bear tremendous cultural significance. That's true. It is insulting enough that we had to suffer foreigners occupying it under the guise of rendering aid, and now you propose reactivating it? Nay, we have had enough. The Garlemald of old may have fallen, but she fell in the civil war to her own people, not to Eorzea or any other land. We came here to assert our unequivocal claim to our territory. Garlemald, and all that lies within our bounds, is beholden to no one. Damn. There's no common ground to be found with these men. In spite of this, you would still engage with them? I mean, we gotta. Our sovereignty is of paramount importance. On this point, there can be no concessions. We will treat with the Ilzabar contingent, if only to assert our rights. If your intentions are as benevolent as you claim, then you will agree to our demands. Alright? I do not begrudge them of their hostility. They merely seek to protect our homeland. That said, we must strive to reach an understanding with one another. Since their excellencies are resolved to negotiate with the contingent, I will escort them to Tertium. I'll also instruct Alphino and Alizé to meet us there. Lord Metius, Lord Neus, by your leave, my comrades and I would speak with the residents of Senatus. Though the Isilbard contingent holds the Tower of Babil, it is I who wishes for it to be reactivated, and thus I think it meet that I present for this discussion. Okay? Yet my understanding of your people's hardships, of their hopes and desires, of their dreams for the future, is sorely lacking. In my ignorance, I would struggle to contribute. Lest you worry, I will not plead our case to the community in your absence. I wish to only identify common ground, which we might build a relationship that sees us overcome our differences. Very well. But know that the guards will not hesitate to escort you from the premises should they judge your actions to be inappropriate. If it's settled then, we should all head to Senatus. I'll join you there after I see their excellencies safely to Tertium. Their defenses bespeak a cautious mindset, more so than Tertium. Euless has told us all. You have Lord Nias's permission to enter and speak with our residents, but do not petition them directly for support. Remember that. Make sense? Here it is, Senatus, a temporary refuge for political dignitaries, hence the tight security. I am given to understand that outsiders are not normally permitted so much as a glimpse inside. We should consider ourselves fortunate to be given this opportunity. I hope it will be worth the trouble. As do I, Zero. As do I. Okay. Holy shit! Let me look around here. I want to see what's different than being in Tertium. Who are you? Who are you? They have a lot more storage here compared to how Tertium is. To begin, I propose we split up and ask the residents for their views on the Isilbard contingent and the current state of affairs. We would also do well to learn more about the Enclave itself. This Enclave itself, okay. Should you observe anything of note, pray keep it in mind. It is through open hearts and open minds that I believe we may yet convince their leaders to work with us for the greater good. Okay? Do you want to know what I think? I'm a soldier. I try not to think about politics at all. I'll say this much. Our leaders labor to preserve our culture, our way of life. What remains of it, at any rate. I trust them to do what's best for Garlemald. Okay. You recognize the large casks as the very same you and your comrades used to transport ceruleum from Lapis Manalis. Why they are in Senatus is unclear. Okay. How do I feel about the contingent? Conflicted, to say the least. I've been tasked with the distribution of supplies, and I know as well as any that we couldn't survive without outside aid. Be that as it may, even though the Empire has collapsed, we have our pride. People don't want to be beholden to others forever. And there's no denying that it chafes to see our benefactors occupying the Imperial Palace. The stockpile of assorted supplies bears markings indicating they were provided by the Isilbard contingent. The Enclave is clearly reliant upon Alliance for aid. I see. Finished touring the Enclave, have you? What were you able to learn? Much the same as me, then. They accept the contingent's help out of necessity and harbor a measure of resentment. Oh. They have only themselves to blame. If they don't like the bargain, they should reject it. But then they would die. How many times must I tell you? It's absolutely out of the question. What? What's going on? We were wondering the very same. We came running when we heard shouting. Is that the matter? Oh, no. I was just trying to explain. Mayhap you can clear this up. The contingent has made a reasonable request, but this man insists that it's impossible. It concerns the Magitech weapons which run rampant throughout Regio Urbanissima. Every time we deliver the supplies here, we have to dispatch extra men to defend against potential attacks. To address the issue once and for all, we've proposed the elimination of all machina that loiter near the supply route. But you heard him. They refused to even consider it. The magistrates have already spoken on this matter. Rampant or no, those war machina are Garlean assets. Furthermore, who is to say they are dangerous as you attest? It has been suggested that this could be a pretense to scavenge Magitech material for your own ends. I know not if that is the case, but the fact remains, we cannot allow you to destroy them. More speculation by the magistrates, I presume. Ridiculous. But they have spoken, and unless we want to inflame the tensions further, there's naught we can do. How complicated relations become when not grounded in a clear and equitable arrangement. An equitable arrangement? Of course. While I do understand the difficulty of your position, as a soldier, you must do your duty and obey your superiors. I have an idea, but I must first speak with Commander Lucia. May I take charge of this matter? By all means. Good. Let us return to Broken Glass, where we might discuss a solution I believe will satisfy all parties. Okay? Who is this person again? Who? What are you... Oh. Oh, that's so funny. That's Varshan, dude. Alright, let's talk to Maxima. Welcome back, all of you. I pray there have been some positive developments in your efforts to appeal to the Garlean community. Mayhap not yet, but there is a method by which I believe all stand up to gain. As satrap, I intend to propose a trade between Radzat Han and the people of Garlemald? Oh! Okay! That's shocking! Please continue. The people of this nation have lived through its collapse and more. Yet they have chosen to remain, for it is their home. That they have been able to survive this far is thanks to the Ilsabar contingent. Or rather, in less flattering terms, they are entirely at your mercy. Despite your noble intentions, this one-sided relationship has fueled feelings of frustration and resentment. It is no surprise, then, that some Garleans are loath to engage with foreigners, for fear of indebting themselves further, or surrendering more of their already limited autonomy. That is why I wish to present them with an equitable arrangement. One that would restore them a sense of agency after having been forced to rely upon charity. Easier said than done. What exactly do you have in mind? Long have Garlemald and Radzat Han abided by a treaty of non-interference. Freely have we traded with one another, and I wish but to continue this tradition. We would provide your people with such supplies as you require, in return for which you would grant us to leave to use the Tower of Babil, as well as share your Magitech resources and expertise. As we become more reliant upon your technologies, we will of course require more ceruleum to fuel them. This you possess in abundance. For it you will be duly compensated. Radzat Han's culture will enrich by your Magitech wonders, and our ever-increasing demand for your wares will see Garlemald grow wealthy and prosperous. Only when both sides keep interest of the other in mind can an equitable relationship be forged. It is a principle I once thought I understood, but have come to appreciate all the more in recent days, thanks to the sage counsel of a friend from beyond the rift. Aww. Your Excellency, thank you for your careful consideration of Garlemald's future. Though I cannot speak for every Garlean, I myself see no reason to object to your proposal. Indeed, if Radzat Han were to take the initiative, other nations may follow suit and seek to normalize trade relations with us. If you see the sense in my proposal, then I ask you to join me in the negotiations at Tertium. Your support may be instrumental in winning over Lord Neas and Metius. By all means, go with them. I have matters here well in hand. I have learned all that I may regarding the tower's operation, so I too shall hie me to Tertium. Damn, Varshan. He took the first step. Hello. Can we finally begin the negotiations? A crowd you may have brought, But numbers will not intimidate us. The Tower of Babil is ours by rights, and nothing you do will convince us otherwise. Rest assured, it is not our intent to infringe upon the rights of the people of Garlemald. Let us instead discuss the future. As the satrap of Radzadhan, I wish to establish a new trade agreement between our nations. The aid we presently receive will not last forever, my lords. Sooner or later, we must stand on our own 2 feet. But to do so, we must secure a means to replenish our coffers, and the proposed agreement presents a rare opportunity. Tis true we do not want for Magitech and Ceruleum, and foreign currency will be needed to procure such things as we lack. It would depend on the precise terms, but I see the merits. What? I can't believe what I'm hearing! You served the Emperor. We're a proud patriot. Yet now you entertain selling national resources like a common merchant? Like you, I weep for what we have lost. But if we are to rebuild Garlemald, we must make use of what precious few assets remain to us. Nonsense. Utter nonsense. You are a traitor, Naeus, and there will be a reckoning. Oh yes, when the people of Senatus learn of this, they will cry out for your blood. Bruh. Bruh! Lord Metius, wait! It isn't safe out here! Out there. Ah! No! Aw, fuck, man. An embarrassing display. A man of Metius' station should have the capacity to keep his emotions in check. Yeah, it's his pride. Oh god. Oh fuck. So we have to go after him. Right. It's far too dangerous for a civilian to be outside alone. We must go after Lord Metius. Let us leave matters here in Maximus' care while the rest of us join in the search. If Lord Metius is bound for Senatus, we might be able to catch up to him in Regio Urbanissima. I pray he has not come to any harm. Oh shit. Let's go find the guy. Oh, fuck me! I'm alive?
Praise the sisters, you are safe.
Don't think I'm indebted to you. I never asked for your help.
You love Garlemald dearly, Lord Metius. That much is plain. But you're not alone in that. We all mourn what has become of our homeland. Bristle at having to rely upon outsiders simply to survive the cold. Even now, I struggle with fear and uncertainty. Day after day, I ask myself, what is right? Where do we go from here? I've yet to find the answers. but I won't stop looking nonetheless. And I won't avert my gaze from our grim reality.
Is there hope for us?
Oh. Oh, fuck.
Aye. So long as we live. Garlemald lies in ruins, but the bonds between us will never be broken. We are the chain that connects generations past and future. You and I, it's links. Help us, Lord Metius, for all we have been and for what we may yet become. Please.
To be lectured by the younger, it ill becomes a man of my station.
Oh.
I will rejoin the talks at Tertium. Might I trouble you to escort me? Ere we part, I apologize for my discourtesy. I owe you my life, and I thank you.
No problem.
Euless, wait. I'd like a word. With you as well. I'm to stay close, after all.
Worry not, we shall see the magistrate safely back to Tertium.
What is it?
You bound that man with trust, didn't you? That's why he did not require coercion to return.
Shall we walk, perhaps? Chilly, standing around here.
Okay.
So that's how Zero came to join you. Still, I'm not sure I'm qualified to explain something like trust. I wouldn't describe myself as a sociable person. Before all this, any free time I had, I spent looking after my brother and sister. As for the magistrate, I only told him what's been on my mind of late. But I wouldn't have done so, I think, if it weren't for the twins' influence. Trust is infectious, in a manner of speaking. When someone believes in you, it makes you want to believe in them, in others, in yourself. Perhaps it's because the magistrate felt that earnestness that he gave us a chance. As I did, after I was caught trying to steal provisions from the enemy. Trust comes easy in such company.
Little wonder my world is devoid of it.
Oh.
No one trusts in you, And so you trust in no one. And round the wheel turns.
Are we seeing a memory? Yes!
During the Contra Memoria, we had already come to judge one another based on strength and usefulness. You either used or were used. Those who rejected this rule didn't survive. My mother wanted to save the world, to fulfill the hopes of Memoria's good and true. After she died, I carried on her mission alone.
Alone? Didn't you have anyone to help you?
Almost. 2 men tried just the once. A swordsman and a mage, whom I met when passing through a village. They had saved the people there from corrupted Memoriates.
What the fuck? I see Golbez armor and then this guy with the sword. I'm confused. Okay.
When they learned our enemies were the same, they seemed heartened. They claimed to be soldiers of a kingdom called Baron, and were traveling the realm in search for means to end the Contra Memoria. They invited me to join them. I refused. How could I not, having learned the lessons of my world? Those who would work with others always have their own motives. I would not place myself at their mercy. I would not be forced to submit. I expected some manner of outburst, some show of frustration at having failed to deceive me. But they simply watched me walk away.
That's so weird. Okay.
I didn't know what to make of it then, but now... Perhaps they shared a bond of trust. Perhaps they were the last ones left who dared. Perhaps they hoped I was like them too. Perhaps it was just an offer and nothing more. I continued fighting alone. But ultimately, I was undone, overwhelmed by enemies that had banded together. I was cold, in pain, wishing desperately that someone would save me. And as I lay there in solitude, I felt it happen. The breaking of our world.
Oh.
Darkness washed over me, and I was swept into the rift. When I finally managed to return, it was to a world forever transformed. My home, now filled with abominations. I had a chance to learn about trust, and forsook it.
I see.
I never had the power to save my home single-handed. I should have accepted their invitation. Had I joined them as I've joined you, I might not have had to face the end of the world alone. But it's all history now. No amount of reflection or regret will change our present reality.
Right.
Whatever may have happened in the past, you're still here, Zero. Alive. So long as you're alive, there will always be hope, no matter how bad things get. What you couldn't do yesterday, you might still do today. Think about it. It's plain that you've forged bonds with those around you. If you didn't feel that in some sense, would you have risked your life as you did for a meager ration of boots? I trust you too, for what it's worth.
Here it is again. The fire that burned in my breast when you came to my rescue. The urge to weep though there is no sorrow. If this is trust, then what must I do? How do I answer it?
With a handshake, perhaps?
Give me your hand. It's not something you do constantly, mind. A friend is a friend regardless.
A friend. So that's what it means. Someone you trust.
Yes! Oh! God damn it! A friend! Ah, my brain! Why did the cutscene show that? When I first met Zira, I wasn't sure what to make of her forthright to a fault nature, but now I understand when she's simply honest soul to the core. Yes, I'm not gonna lie, I kinda ship you both. Thank you. I feel at last as though I found the answers I sought, and I owe it to all you and Euless. Right then. I expect the others have already arrived back at Tertium. We should join them. Full glad am I to see everyone returned, and none the worse for wear. Various representatives of the Garlean community are gathered here at this very moment. I dare say this is a fine opportunity to announce the trade agreement. You've read the memorandum. I trust you find the terms acceptable? I do. Annaeus, I pray you forgive my disgraceful conduct earlier. I am ashamed not only of my behavior, but of placing the burden of negotiations solely on your shoulders in my absence. You should know that when we brought up the subject of the tower's reactivation to the people at Tapper's Den, some reacted quite strongly. Once we explained that it would be to prevent another Voidsent invasion, however, they were more receptive. It's fair to say the recent episode is still fresh in their minds. I tagged along to deliver a supply of cerulean. Have to say, I didn't expect to see such a large crowd. Even the stuffy Imperials who normally keep to themselves in Senatus are here. Ahem. My friends and countrymen, lend me your ears. I am pleased to inform you all on this joyous occasion that we, the people of Garlemald, have entered into a trade agreement with Radzadhan. To inaugurate our accord, we intend to grant the individuals before you to access to the Tower of Babil. In return, Radzadhan will provide us with supplies, which shall be equally distributed amongst the settlements of our nation. Let me be clear on one point. This is not an act of charity, but trade. A bargain struck between equals, rooted in trust and respect. And it marks a significant step towards rebuilding our nation and regaining true independence. Radzadhan holds Garlean technology and ingenuity in the highest esteem. It is my hope that, through this agreement, our peoples will enjoy a mutually beneficial relationship for years to come. Now then, we bid you gather round to hear the particulars, that you might convey them to those elsewhere. Good. So burdened by the hardship and trauma were the people of Garlemald that they were unable to imagine a brighter future. To be recognized as equals, as a nation with something of value to offer to others. That validation alone is enough to rekindle their hope. 'Tis by virtue of this partnership that we may access the Tower of Babil. A rather timely development given the ether tank's impending arrival. Once the tower's stores have been replenished, we need but await Y'shtola's signal to channel the energy to the moon, yes? Then you can leave that and everything else on this end to me and Alphino. No need to worry. Devote all your energies to the mission in the void. As ever, I am in your debt. You are good friends. Oh shit! Damn, Zero. Friend! Friend! I'm not wrong to call them that, am I? Friends. Moments like these give me hope that we still have a place in this world. Oh! Both Radzadhan and Garlemald stand to benefit greatly from this agreement. It may well mark the beginning of a long and fruitful relationship. Yeah. Good friends, eh? And coming from her, you know she's not just saying it to be nice. Garlean technology shall enrich my people's lives and empower them to achieve great new feats. I am particularly eager to see what our alchemists are inspired to create. Yes.
Let us take a moment to review matters as they stand. Having procured sufficient stores of ether, we may now channel the requisite energy unto the moon via the Tower of Babil. Our work on the star is complete. However, we have yet to receive word from Y'shtola as to the state of the lunar preparations.
A ritual to open the gate, and measures to forestall a void-sent invasion. Neither task is simple nor quickly completed. She would doubtless benefit from our assistance.
The very thing I was about to propose. Let us join her above and lend what aid we may. Ere we set forth, however, Y'shtola did bid me relay a message to thee.
Oh?
As thou art well aware, a key objective of our mission is the extraction of thy sister Azhdaya from the Void. Held captive for millennia and divested of an eye, she is like to be severely weakened. To make good her escape, she shall require aid. Aid that is best provided by a fellow great worm.
No need to use the vessel that you have now.
You would have me go in my true form. Very well. Like our sire, we great worms are capable of traversing the great expanse. The journey will take some time, but I shall take myself to the moon. To begin with, I shall return this vessel to Radzadhan, that I may have both my eyes. And until such time as we find Azhdaya, I would entrust her eye to your keeping.
Oh! Okay. Sure.
Will you do this for me?
Yes, of course. I got this. It's kind of moist, though.
We shall contact you via Link Pearl once all is in place on the moon. You need but follow Y'shtola's instructions.
Understood. We'll be ready.
Take care, Zero.
Oh.
It will be the briefest of homecomings. I'll be back before you know it.
Oh.
In mare elementorum, then. Go well.
That was nice. You take care as well, Nimue. The trade agreement discussions do not require our input, so Alize and I are free to attend the Tower of Babil without distractions. Lead the tower to us! Okay. Let's go to Mare Lamentorum.